you cannot build a rocket in a month. You need to establish some basics and work on that.
And you have a marketing agency there, and you help businesses, and you do a ton of different services. So full disclosure, I usually tell people niche down your services, but you've been doing this for a while. So obviously as you grow, you learn to do different things, but you guys have a ton of different services, and you also have some really, really helpful courses for people in the marketing industry as well. So what did I get right? What did I get wrong? And what did I leave out?
You got everything right, actually. I'm in Athens. This is where I am running everything that I do. Although I'm running, an international agency. So we started small here in Athens, trying to serve a small niche within the Greek market that we saw that, was really the low-hanging fruit for us. But, slowly and with the help of content, which is something that I'm preaching big time, whatever I do, we entered the international market. We started getting some clients from all over the place, and now we're actually solely focused on businesses abroad. So we're focusing on international businesses on a specific profile, but that of course didn't come from the beginning. We started focusing on branding and strategy, which was my own expertise, the things that I could really build on based on my CV and my experience. And then slowly, also taking into account what people were asking, what businesses we wanted to attract, what kind of gigs we saw that, were really more exciting for us, but also more profitable for us. We started, changing things, broadening things, and also taking out some things that at the beginning, we thought it would be some main focus, but eventually we decided that it was not for us. So this is the marketing agency part, which now it's growing fast. We're already a 7-figure business. We're working with 8-9-figure businesses right now with very big names from the digital marketing industry. And on parallel, I'm building also the Simply Digital Academy, which is my effort to educate people, to help people, learn all the things that I have learned through my process. And that's why I have the 2 courses currently, my TikTok course and my online income course. And of course, new things are coming very fast.
Yeah, and I want to touch on all of that, but that's really neat. So you 7-figure business, that's awesome, and a marketing agency that's global. So I have people reach out from all over the world, and they go, I want to do something, and I'm like, look, if you learn how to do something well, people don't care where you live, right? You have to be able to communicate, and there are language barriers and things like that, but you can figure it out, and it sounds like you've definitely done that. Now, how many team members do you have for your agency right now? How big are you from the team standpoint?
So we're 22 people right now. We are, all over the world. We have a team that is dedicated to performance marketing. I have 3-4 people that are full time, and they're doing, many different things that we are doing as an organization. And then we have dedicated people that are doing several things. But I'm always testing new talents, because I really love that, many people are approaching me and telling me, you know what, Konstantinos, this is what you're doing. I love that. I have some ideas. I want to be part of that. And so many times, even though I don't have a position open or a specific need for a person, I really appreciate the approach and the willingness of people to be part of that, to be part of this movement. And I decide to work with them, even, if it's something that I don't actively looking for that. So, and not everybody is at the same location. I believe very much into location-free work and remote work, and not, staying within this kind of...
Where's most of your team? Like what countries would you say the majority of your
We
team
are in UK, in US, we're in India, we are in Australia, and we're constantly, checking. We are in Philippines, so we have many people, spread all over the place. And I believe very much into, on the project basis kind of work. So I'm paying many people, for different things, and I don't care, how many hours they will work. I care about the outcome, result. And that's what I'm telling them, and that's what I want them to do as well, because every single one of them, has a different kind of productivity curve. I might be productive in the night, you might be productive in the morning, you might be productive when you have a siesta in the middle of the day, and you perform better in the afternoon. So I don't care about you being in front of a screen for 8 hours because that's what the stereotype says. I want you to be in front of the screen whenever you feel like productive, you know? So
how do you
that's
how
what
do
I
you
do.
bridge? That's awesome, and I totally agree with you. There's positions that we have that we need people available for our clients and things like that during certain hours because we are mainly stateside. But a lot of the things that you're talking about, definitely you can set it up that way, and I've seen a lot of people be very successful with that. Now, how do you bridge culture gaps around the world? So what I have seen is sometimes things happen in the US that I take for granted, right? And I live here, so that's how I think of them, and I don't even really think of it. Then I'll work with somebody in another country and they don't understand what I'm saying, right? So right when I hopped on the call with you, I said, man, I want to go back to Greece because I want to have a freddo and I want to have frozen Greek yogurt. Well, if you're from that part of the world, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But other people might not know what a freddo is. So how do you bridge those? And if you're marketing for freddos, how does somebody in India understand that? Like, how do you bridge that gap, that culture gap?
We have people, from the market that are offering the context gap. So, whenever we want to do something personalized, or, for example, I want to do branding in a market that I'm not aware of the culture, as you say, I'm always having, something local to give me to bridge that context gap, right? But most of the times, I'm very much a preacher of the fact that, marketing is marketing, branding is branding. Yeah. We don't really have so many differences, especially for people that have the experience that I have, in order to totally lose the whole picture, So yes, I always have an insight from the market. I always give an insight to the market whenever it's needed. But I believe that, marketing is marketing, things are pretty much the same everywhere.
That's awesome. And then what about for pricing and contracts? How do you guys set up around that? Or how do you approach pricing different parts of the world, different values? And then do you do contracts, no contracts? How do you approach that?
The experience taught me to have a contract always, to always, secure your work, and always, be specific to the deliverables as well, but also to give, a very good picture of your professionalism also to other people, and to have everything documented. It sets a good start for every collaboration. And then it depends on the amount of work that I need to do, the market that I want to address, the difficulty of the situation that we're trying to tackle, the working hours, of course, the team members that need to be involved, the experience of the team members that need to be involved. So pricing, I have some standard pricing for specific basic gigs, let's say, so that, I can really set the tone for people and to know what to expect. But I'm always saying that if you want to have a personalized proposal from us, I need to understand better the project. I need to give you a personalized proposal, which involves several factors. And some of them are the ones that I explained, and that's how I come with a custom pricing depending on what are we trying to accomplish and who is the target market and the customer, of course.
Got it. And then do you, what's your average contract length? Is it a year, 6 months, or is it all done on deliverable?
I don't make any length limitation. I don't create any length limitation to people because I want them to be genuinely happy to work with me. That's what I say to them from the get-go. And I'm telling them, if you're not happy after the first month, of course, I'm always setting up, I'm always having some setup costs for some kind of gigs that require much more work at the beginning. And I charge that extra. But if you are not happy after the first month, you're free to go. No hard feelings.
That's really smart. Yeah, I approach it the same way. If someone doesn't want to work with us, why would you want to keep them locked up in an agreement? There's no reason. So if you do a good job and yeah, exactly. But a lot of so the average length of a marketing agency relationship is 12 months. Well, guess why it's 12 months? Because the average contract for marketing agencies is 12 months. So most people are churning every 12 months. They're getting out and they're doing different things, and it's because people aren't delivering.
I get it. I get it from a marketing perspective because, you need to have some time to deliver the promise, and the promise cannot be delivered in 1 month. Okay, you cannot build a rocket in a month. You need to establish some basics and work on that. And that's why I want to work with people that get it. If you don't get it, that you need to stay with me for longer, I don't want you as a client. But people and agency owners need to get out of this kind of logic of, I need to protect my churn rate. I need to have a revenue establishment for a year or 2 years. It doesn't work like that. You have to take the human factor in the whole equation and say, you know what? I might protect my revenue and my bottom line, but I will have 3 clients that are unhappy, and this is bad business.